So hi, I'm Martine DeCamp. I'm the Deputy Planning Director for the City of Philadelphia. I've been here for about 20 years, and I worked in multiple divisions of the agency for about 17 of those, and for the last 3 years I've been the Deputy Director, which means that I'm basically responsible for making sure that everything goes smoothly in the agency.
Awesome. Very good. And so, first question, what key life experiences have formed who you are today?
I've been really lucky. I grew up in a suburban household, and I had a lot of safe places to go. I had a natural environment, I had a backyard. So, I mean, I think that's probably the biggest influence.
So, how did you become passionate and involved in Philadelphia, in our city?
Okay, so my parents, my dad and my stepmom both worked for the EPA, for the Environmental Protection Agency. So they pretty much instilled in me an interest in civil service and in, like, basically just working in government. I just started looking into a degree in city planning, and it just turns out that Philadelphia is a really unique place to do city planning because there's so much need. It's like
Mhm.
it's an old city.
What are your core values and how do they reflect in your work?
So I'm mostly a Quaker. There's a lot of us on the East Coast here.
Yeah.
Our values are essentially simplicity, peace, integrity, community, equality, and stewardship. So all of those principles are like basically what the city was founded on.
All right. And so, why is Philadelphia a great city?
I mean, we've got a really good basis, like great streets. We've got, historic architecture. We've got, kind of all these stories here. So I would say, you know, for uh, for some people, it's a great city. There's a lot of people struggling here, though, too.
So, what causes, projects, and activities are you involved in, and why?
Let's see. I think that the biggest one right now that we're involved in is the revision of the comprehensive plan. So, people are always saying, well, I want my sidewalk improved. I want to
Oh
see,
yeah.
I want this park improved. So, being able to explain to people the value of long-term planning, the fact that, like we'll be able to, there's a lot more power in like a collective voice and everybody coming to the table and coming to consensus. And, if you talk to people in the communities, this is a way to help elevate some of those voices. I mean, we're going after like hundreds of millions of dollars in infrastructure money. So you can't do that without having planned in advance and without having like heard from people. So that's the one that I think I'm most excited about.
Okay. And then, how do you collaborate with other groups and individuals to realize the impact of your work?
I mean, we actually just had an exchange meeting this morning.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so for this particular project this time around, we decided that we were going to develop a steering committee that could help us figure out what the process even should be of the next comprehensive plan. So we actually held a lottery for just public participants, asking them why they wanted to be involved. And then we made selections and we got everybody together just to even talk to us about what are your values, what's important, and then how can we best reach out to your communities. So that's going to help us design like our approach to even, reaching out and listening to folks in the communities.
Question, what other creators who are focused on similar causes, projects, and activities have influenced you?
I think I said here my coworkers are the biggest ones, and like city planners are just the best group of people because I just feel like they care so much about what they do, and everybody got into city planning for a reason, and a lot of those reasons are that people just want to do good and they want to help the city, they want to change things. So
All right, and then last final question, what would you recommend I do to become a future creator of our great city?
I mean, I could think you already are. So, I think there's just so many different routes to do it. So everyday citizens do it all the time just by, I think looking around and advocating for what you all want and joining community groups and, getting plugged in any way, I think is positive